Hey guys, okay, let's try this one again. And first I want to apologize to the person who posted that comment because she posted again under the video, this video when I put it up the first time. And when I read her reply, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. And she's right. It is her opinion, and that's cool. And no kidding, all opinions really are welcome on our channel. I think the last few days, especially this last week, oh, who am I kidding? The last 11 months have just been such hell dealing with people saying the most vile things that I think I'm just like super edgy. So I want to say I am so sorry. I took your comment and I think I took it in the worst way instead of really respecting your opinion. So I do want to publicly say I'm sorry, and I immediately took down that video, and I'm going to redo it here and just try to make my point without like dicing up your comment. So please forgive me. And thank you so much for doing the reply, because honestly, I was like, I saw your reply and I was like, oh man, I didn't know that. And then I reread it and I thought, yeah, okay, I get that. It's your opinion. That's cool. So the point I want to make is this. There are a lot of people calling Christopher Watts weak, a doormat, and whether you want to call him emasculated or demasculated, either way is okay with me now that I know. I think most of us agree he was a doormat husband, right? But think about this. If you hear about a woman who is being treated by her husband in such a way that he isn't allowing her to see her family members or her friends, that he is telling her that he has to control the finances because he's so smart about the finances, and he tells her that she isn't. If you know of a woman whose husband is spending them into bankruptcy, if you know of a woman who's working full-time while her husband is saying he's a stay-at-home dad, yet you're expected to pay for the most expensive daycare in town, or your friend is expected to pay for the most expensive daycare in town. If you're watching this unfold and she's a friend of yours and you're thinking to yourself, why is he sitting home all day while the kids are in daycare full time? What's that about? Well, your friend is working long hours in the hot sun and handing over her paycheck to her husband and telling her that she can't see her family and that she can't take the kids to see her family. And then you learn that your friend's husband belongs to some MLM where he says he's making big money, and that means he gets to go traveling all the time, leaving your friend to stay home with the kids while her husband's out traveling, saying that he's working. You see where I'm going with this? So if you have a friend whose husband is basically in control of everything, day in and day out, and then you go on social media and you see her husband saying negative things about your friend, and you don't like it because you're thinking to yourself that your friend is possibly in an abusive marriage. So why is it that in our culture, when there is a man being treated the way Christopher Watts appears to have been treated, why do we call that weak? And why do we call that a relationship where the woman was the dominant one? Because if Christopher Watts would have been the wife, you and I all know we would be calling it abuse.